back in a minute.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
That might have stuff on the box, so you don't want
Ladies and gentlemen, break silence for Tim. We'll now start the speeches.
Hey! Hooray!
Oh, we in? Oh, no. I haven't got it yet.
Are you in?
Speeches, speech. Right.
Tough crowd.
Forgot that, to be honest with you. But here's a speech I downloaded off the internet today. So, here we go. So, I think so far today it's gone swimmingly, don't you think?
Hey!
Literally, yeah. I did actually tell Kerry the other day that it'll be all right on the night, you know. Dennis Norton will be here in spirit, making sure it goes fine. But judging by the weather, I think Dennis Norton's word would pretty much say the weather's been a total cock-up.
Never mind, eh?
But hey, never mind, we're British, and the show must go on. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the day when each of us will get up and talk to you for 10 minutes, and, well, 5 to 10 minutes. Ian actually said take your time. That's because he's after me. So, yeah. So I'm going to kick it all off now. You're all sitting comfortably, so here we go. First of all, I just need to, on a serious note, acknowledge Kerry's dad, who couldn't be here. I'm filling on his behalf. And it's an absolute honour for me to be able to take on that duty. So thank you, Kerry. When Kerry asked me if I wanted to give her away, I'm absolutely flattered. I wasn't the first person she approached. She'd actually originally asked Steve Martin, but unfortunately he was otherwise engaged, and on the next best thing, so that's great. I'd like to thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. And especially those who've travelled far and wide to get here today, and for those of you who have travelled a long way, well done. It's great to see you here, obviously sharing this wonderful day. But I'd like to say this is Ian and Kerry's day. This is the day that they show us they intend to be together for the rest of their lives. And I, for one, couldn't be happier for them. This is the point now where I'm supposed to welcome Ian into the family. Well, as Kerry's best friend, I suppose I'm welcoming him into Kerry's life. But even with that, it's not really necessary. Ian has been part of Kerry's life for a long time. And Kerry's been part of his life for a long time. I first met Ian back in the karaoke days. In fact, that's how they first met, because Kerry used to come with me. And I'm absolutely convinced that if it wasn't for me and Ian's love of 80s music, and the fact that I used to sing some damn fine songs on the karaoke, including Pure by the Lightning Strings, Gold by Spandau Ballet.
You still on a CD by any chance?
Things are available after the speech. And of course, somewhere in my heart, by State Camera. Yes. So all I can say to you two, Ian and Kerry, is this. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your lives. Now, I do actually have a second speech. This one is for Kerry only. She asked me to write one for her especially. In other words, only she's going to understand the jokes. Okay, so if you all just want to, you know, talk amongst yourselves, it'll be fine, you know. Actually, don't, be quiet. I'm working. All right. Kerry, I've got a few apologies from some friends who weren't able to be here today. Okay. First of all, we've got somebody called Joe Pasquale. No? Never heard of it. Apologies from Lister, Remote, Cat, Crichton and Holly, Brian Potter, Jerry St. Clair, Ray Vaughan, Clinton Baptiste and everyone from the Phoenix Club, Rick, Vivian, Neil and Mike. There's a lot of comedy characters to get through here, so we might want to go to the bar or the toilet or something. Richie, Eddie, Spudgun, Dave Hedgehog and everyone at the Lamb and Flag, Terry Hardacre, Sue Carpenter, all the lads on the Art Royal, ABBA, the people of the Soviet Union, General Pinochet, Kilroy, and all the other comedy characters I couldn't list here because we'd be here all bloody day. Next, oh yes, how we first met. I've been friends with Kerry since school. I remember the first time we met. It was an English lesson, and I noticed Kerry was reading a Red Wolf book, if I remember right.
Yes, you do.
As a massive fan of this sci-fi that's been going 25 years, I decided that I found my new best friend. So I marched up to her, slammed my hands on the table, and I said, "Is that a comedian?" Oh, sorry, got my cards mixed up. That should have been that one. And I had a few anecdotes and smee here. I had a cunning plan, a large bowl of porridge, and an amusing joke about a donkey called Toby. No, got that one. So I was going to do a song about a marvellous metronome, but no, we haven't got time for that. So Ralphie. Skip to the end. I'm making up as I go away. These cards are blank. So okay, the reason why these cards are blank is because what I have to say is from the heart. Yeah. Sorry, just checking where I am. The Headland Hotel. Little team line joke there. Yeah, I once told Kerry that one day she'd meet the man of her dreams. You know, that one day she'd have a fairy tale wedding. And she never believed me. But here we are. So I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Yeah. As I said at the beginning of the speech, it was an absolute honour to give Kerry away today. It was an honour and privilege because, as Kerry's best friend, this is something I've always wanted for Kerry. And Kerry, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you. It's also occurred to me that I've probably known Ian almost about as long as I've known Kerry. And I know for a fact that Kerry is in good hands, and likewise Ian is in good hands. Let's face it, if we can get to the golden anniversary, and Ian can finally understand the programme bottom, we know we've got something. On a personal note, I just want to acknowledge one more person who couldn't be here today because unfortunately she's no longer with us. This person is someone who was also a very good friend of Kerry's, and she was someone who was very close to me, my mother. I know she probably had a very good seat in the house today, looking down at us, and even though she couldn't be here, and we would love for her to be here to witness this, I know wherever she is, she's sending her best wishes, and I'm sure she's very proud and very happy. Ian and Kerry, this is your day, and guys, you deserve it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to please stand, please. Yeah, apart from Brian. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, raise your glasses. I would like to wish Ian and Kerry a very long, happy future together. To Ian and Kerry.
Ian and Kerry.
Thank you very much. And next to my CD, this speech will be available for download, and I'll be signing copies later. Thank you very much. I am now going to hand you over to the groom.
Hey. I'm not going to get over the lack of makeup. Move the chairs on or just... No, we can't.
Can you all hear me at the back? Is that okay? Because Tim didn't do a sound check, so I just wanted to make sure you were hearing me. I have written a few things down, so I'll try not to ramble too much. It says here, thank you to Tim for his fantastic speech. And yes, please, thank you to Tim for his fantastic speech. Look, I'm not much good at big speeches, and I know I haven't always been an easy guy to get on with, and I know that given the choice, I wouldn't have chosen you as a friend. But I just wanted to say that over the years, I've come to regard you as somebody that I've met. So, at this point, I'm supposed to say thank you very much to my mother, Christine, for the support. I'd also like to say thank you to Kerry's mum, Teresa. And I'd like to say that any minute now, somebody's going to burst through the door with 2 bouquets of flowers. But I know for a fact they're sat in the sink in our room. So I will make sure I get them for you. So thank you very much to both of you for your support. To both of us. Thank you. So can we have the gifts, please? So unless anybody knows the way of getting them down. Yeah. Okay. So, my wife and I, thank you very much. We really sincerely thank you all for coming. I said this yesterday, that it's the big red bus coming up to Holden. It was like the big red book on Eamon Andrews, This Is Your Life. It's like everybody that means something in your life is coming to celebrate with us today. So thank you very much to everybody for coming. It's been a fantastic day so far. Thank you very much. Tim did touch on this subject, but we've got people from as far afield as Forres and Ardersier in Scotland, all up that way. Colcon, Wales, Coalition contingent, welcome of course. Godolphin, I believe, in Cornwall, that what you say? Spoken like a true thrapper. Waterlooville in Hampshire as well. And of course, the people that came all the way from Brixham. Congratulations.
Twice.
Yes. Can I tell that story? So, my mum and dad live in Brixham. Christine and Stan at the back there, they brought them over yesterday afternoon, so they stayed in the hotel last night. So, they got to the room, it was lovely. I thought, right, it's about 3 o'clock, I'll give Mother a ring and just say, you know, hi, and how's your room before I jet off. So I ring Mother up and said, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. We're just going home. Okay. Yeah, we got to the room and Dad said, you know what, I've forgotten, don't you? My suit. It looks lovely though, thank you, well done. So, thank you very much everybody for coming. It's fantastic that you've made the effort, etc. Thank you as well for your generous gifts. We haven't, and we haven't looked at anything really yet, but we will do, and thank you very much to everybody that's given us sort of something. We are going to Gran Canaria on Monday. I know we said we might be going to London. That was our intention, but we now are going to Gran Canaria because it seemed like much more exciting to be on the beach. Doing nothing than going around London in the rain. Thank you.
Especially your fixation with buses.
You leave my fixation with buses out of this, alright? Just because I got incredibly wet getting a picture in the cab of the bus, alright? I think I deserved it.
You found one place to go?
I've not seen any Twingos yet. I even played yellow car and you beat me down. Sorry. I would just like to point out, before I forget, when we were on our, I nearly said when we were on our honeymoon, when we were on the stag do, Tony, who's not here today, was on the stag do, and he said, I bet I can eat 10 cheeseburgers in 20 minutes. Okay? So he turned to Simon, gentleman there, you may have recognised him. He said, I'm up for that challenge, I'm competitive, I can do this. So Simon, bless him, had a 20-minute window to eat 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers. Okay? He ate 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers in 9 minutes and 54 seconds. Yeah, exactly, that's him. And he kept them down, every last one of them. He'll tell you later, it was a struggle. Okay, it was a struggle, but he did it. Okay. Tony is, what's the word I'm looking for? He's competitor.
Loser.
Yeah, loser. He and Simon ate 10, he'd eaten 7 and then just gave up. So not only did he not complete the challenge, he just didn't bother. So there we go. Anyways, hopefully later we can poke him with a stick. Card number 5. I'm sure you will agree that my wife Kerry looks absolutely stunning today. at Holden, I thought, I've either got to stand and watch her walk the whole way, or I'm going to have to stand and look at the front and wait till she gets there, because I just wanted to get the whole, she's arrived and how she looks, and absolutely gorgeous, well done. I'd like to thank you for agreeing to be my wife. The path hasn't been easy, as we know, but I would like to, at this point, share my proposal story. It is quite cute, okay? And I'm going to tell you anyway, so... anybody else got a romantic proposal story? I haven't. So it was coming towards the end of 2011, and we were heading for Christmas, and I knew that I was going to propose to Kerry. She didn't know at all. December time, bought the ring. You know, we kind of discussed what rings we were going to get, and I sort of thought, yeah, I just went out and bought a ring. And you know how it is when you go into a shop and you look at this, you look at that, you look at this, you look at that, and you always end up going back to the first shop and buying the first thing that you looked at, don't you? Yeah? So I thought, cut out all that, I'll just go into the first shop, the first thing I see, and I buy it. So a week or two later, we're approaching Christmas, and I've sort of discussed it with Andy, you know, when I'm going to propose and what I'm going to do and all the rest of it. And so we were in Exeter, and I'm like, so you know, I've got this ring, and I'm thinking, so we're looking at, you know, a few jewellery windows, you know, because we've done this before already, looking at things. So I said, you know, looking at the window, she said, oh, I like that one. Okay, nothing like the one I bought. Okay, so I'm thinking, I'll wait till Christmas and disappoint her, or I've got to deliver it like now, within the next, how many hours? So,
20 minutes.
20 minutes, you're not quite. So, as you might have guessed from everything today, you know, we don't take life too seriously because you can't afford to. So, we were at home, and it was Christmas time, the presents were under the tree, and Kerry's like, can I open a present? No. Oh, go on, can I open a present? No. So, Kerry gone to bed. She was in bed watching the telly, and I was just faffing on. I was just literally pacing from room to room like a tiger. It's like, and she was like, you know, you said what was about with me, didn't you, or something?
So you come to bed or what?
Yeah, you come to bed a lot. I'm like, yeah, a minute. I'm like, do I, don't I? So I went into the kitchen, put the ring, you know, under a tea towel on the top in the kitchen, and sort of got the chair by the table already. And I was like, do you want a present? She's like, yeah. So she gets out of bed, and comes and sits in the kitchen. I said, no, this is the point where I say, normally with a present, I say to Kerry, sit down, close your eyes, put your hands out. Hello, chestnut, yeah, okay.
Couple of chestnut.
So she was sat down in assuming the position, and
Praying.
so I went down on one knee at the same time, reached across the kitchen, thinking me what's it, got the ring there, and said, right, open your eyes, and asked her if she'd be my wife. In the kitchen at the end of December, and it was fantastic. And she just hugged me, and hugged me, and hugged me, and hugged me. And
Stop breathing.
yes, she stopped breathing for at least 30 seconds. It was fantastic. And you know, it was about 5 minutes later, she sort of thought, oh, I wonder what the ring looks like. Just hadn't looked at the ring. So there we are. So thank you very much. That was our proposal story. I'll switch the headlights off now so you can all let them. Not many cars left, it's all right. Okay, so I just want to say that some of you will also obviously appreciate as well that I do share Kerry with several other men. We make no secret of this. Data from Star Trek, Chris Barry from Red Dwarf, and of course Joe Pasquale. I will point out we did invite him several times. We would have paid him. He just couldn't get here. He was too busy. But he, you know, if we got him here, we'd got him here. Kerry, of course, being a long fan of Mr. Joe Pasquale, in case you haven't worked out yet. Oh, and somebody else I share Kerry with, and I only found this out recently. Stuart McDonald, table number 6. I also share her with him now. So congratulations, Stuart. Well done. Also known as Squinty. These are the sacrifices I'm willing to make. Kerry is my soulmate. She's my best friend. Life is for living, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. You're going to go, ah, then. Shut up. In fact, in the words of Edmund Blackadder, life without you will be like a broken pencil. Pointless. We're coming to the end. So, choosing your best man is a difficult job. I'm sure if some of you have been married before, maybe you've been married more than once, maybe you've had to do it more than once, I don't know. But it's a very difficult job. I had 3 candidates, and we will be finding out shortly whether I've made the right decision. I would like to thank Andy for his sterling work so far, and for his love and support for all the time I've known you, really.
Absolutely.
And at this point, another mysterious gift is going to jump out at me, and I'm going to give it to you. But we'll get it shortly. So let's wait. Okay. So here we are. I've got something for you. It's a gold gift bag. Yeah, it's cool.
You need this.
Yep. Just leave it there. So, winding things up, I'd like to say many thanks to Kerry's bridesmaids, to Lynn, and also to Jasmine, our hula hula girl there at the moment. Both did a fantastic job, thank you very much indeed. And we do have the serving food. Now you probably see that we're not very big on flowers. We are big on flowers, but we didn't want to spend lots of money on flowers. So Lynn, on the end there, she actually made all the buttonholes and everything that we carry flower-wise today. So special thanks to you, they look absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much. So, without further ado, I have 2 things left to do. First one is this. Now this is a little game we did on the on 2 stag do's. This is Simon, everybody. Everybody on the stag do had a beer mat. If whoever was in charge at that time, they put the beer mat down, and you had to put yours on top. And whoever was last got to wear what can only be described as the dress. Okay. If anybody heard a sharply take a breath, that
Look
was
how
from
thin
that
those
over there.
lips are!
So this is one from Valerie's 1970s collection. Valerie on table hot fuzz. So if you were the last one with the beer mat, you had to wear the dress. However you felt to wear it, really.
Somebody get him a mop.
Where's the belt, please? It comes with a belt, which you wear traditionally around your head. And you wear it for a minimum of an hour until it's then your turn to lay the mat down. So congratulations to Simon for losing. Popular James, it's
Lips are how thin they are.
they are thin lips, they're very thin lips.
They're a
I love
smear
you.
of the lip.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man at the start of September for raising money for Crohn's disease, okay, he had a little bit of time out of work, had a bit of a holiday. He actually ran 7 half marathons in 7 different countries over 7 days at the start of this month. So I think that deserves a round of applause. He nearly broke him, didn't it? But only that was. But ask him about the story about Lake Garda. Well, not That's happening. Okay, so I'm going to finish now. So have we got a glass?
Yeah, you're silly, there you see.
Oh, I need a coaching. So, as is traditional, we now raise our glasses and we praise and salute the bridesmaids. So, to Lynn and to Jasmine, the bridesmaids, thank you very much indeed. You did a sterling job. To the bridesmaids! Thank you. Beat that, motherhood.
There we go. Oh, the goal is down. That was the main event.
Yes.
They need to remember to buy half 5, right?
I'm not. Is it still working?
Carry on, professional.
Afternoon. Can you hear me at the back? Yeah, who mind popping to the bar and get me a pint? Anything really.
What your mother's drinking?
Do you know? No, I can't say that. I'm on microphone.
Stick to the script.
Bus bouncer's going to kick off, everybody. Well, Ian, I hope you enjoyed that speech. I think that's going to be the last time you're ever going to be uninterrupted for 5 minutes now you're married, my friend.
Burning.
It's burning. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Andy. I'm Ian's shy, retiring, quiet best man. Yeah. And I'd like to thank you all for being here today. Especially those of you that knew that I was going to have to do this. Ian, Kerry, you're still here. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you. So I don't get confused. When I told Ian, well, what day was it? Tuesday, that I'd finished my speech, I immediately had a call from Kerry asking if she could proofread my speech. She was a bit worried about too much innuendo, ladies and gentlemen. So I let Kerry have a look, and she had to whip a couple of things out for me straight away. Good, isn't it? Yeah. No swearing or nothing. Now, obviously, we know how much this day means to Ian and Kerry. And everybody that's been involved, helping organise it, which, to be fair, I think it's a lot to organise for today. I wasn't really allowed to organise my day because I was too busy, so my wife said. People say he's doing quite well, he's eating chocolate, drinking coffee. That the groom's worst 5 minutes of today is my speech. But we also know Kerry's worst 5 minutes of the day is going to be about 12:30 tonight. Don't we, Ian? So I don't get confused. I don't need I'll get a straw in a minute. Anyway, I'm not very good at public speaking, and I was speaking to a friend of mine who's just been off round Europe, touring, cruising, nudist beaches in Italy and France. And I was speaking to him on the phone, and I just said, look, I'm a bit worried about it. And he said, Andy, don't worry about it. He said, doing the best man speech at a wedding is like standing naked on an Italian nudist beach. It's only hard for about 30 seconds. I've got pause there for applause, but... Now, I'm about an eighth of the way through, and I thought I'd lay a few ground rules down. No heckling Berksy, unless it's funny, which it never is. And obviously, the hotel manager has asked that none of you get on your chairs and tables during my standing ovation for health and safety grounds, Mother. So I don't get confused. Now, in preparation of my speech, obviously I've been talking to my wife, worried. Well, yeah, I do talk to her. In my sleep. And she's reminded me about the ABCs and the XYZs of speech making, and I've forgotten what the ABCs and the XYZs are.
Always be confident.
Always be confident.
Examine your zip.
Examine my zip. We're all right, love.
I like the SYCs.
No. Now, the only trouble with being best man is that you rarely get a chance, really, to prove that you are the best man. Ian's got a lot of very good friends. We can all see them here today because they've been invited. But if anybody wants to start a drinking competition at the bar later, I'll have a crack at that. Best man and all that.
Tell them what it says on your badge.
Mushroom chicken ganache. VIP past best man. Oh, do you not accept a drink from this man? Anyway, I'd like to thank Ian and Kerry on behalf of the bridesmaids for his kind words, and also what a super job they've done today. I know Tim's already mentioned it, but it's also my job, thanks Tim. Free passing the speech out the bloody window. And I'm sure you'll all agree that they look lovely, but only to be outshone by beautiful Kerry. I did take a bit of a breath when you got out of the car. Ian stood on your foot. And, you know, you do look absolutely beautiful. Oh, sorry, Ian. You know, you have scrubbed up well, love. You do look very nice. A little bit disappointed you've copied the outfit. But, so I don't get confused. And obviously, on behalf of the bridesmaids and myself, thank you very much for letting us be here on the top table. Jasmine and James as well has done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And, you know, after I got married, I understand how much organisation has to go into this, and you've done a lot more than me. You know, and I just hope everything today is beyond your expectations. Obviously, this speech and Ian's dancing we can't really do a lot about, but I hope everything else is you know, as you wanted it, so I don't get confused. I have been asked by Ian and Kerry, they've had a look at a couple of the gifts and things, which obviously has made the choosing where everybody sits at the tables, you know. You know, he wants to thank Nicholas and Sonia Bond for their generous gift. He'd also like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Burks for the £2.50 postal order. Where are you? And also, he would like to thank the Headland Hotel and everybody here. You know? The service has been wonderful, everybody's happy, the food's been great. I think Ian and Kerry are going to be in your debt for quite a while. And at £4 a pint, I think I am too.
Can we have some take-home ganache, please?
Yeah, can we have some take-home ganache? I like your coconuts. I didn't even put that down. See, I better sit down, I'm getting a bit too good already. So I first met Ian in 1998. I used to come down to Paynton and Torquay, and I used to park my coach where Ian worked. And I've been coming down a couple of months, and you know, I didn't really, because I'm shy obviously, I didn't really start talking to people. And then I've been parking there, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, was it? And then this lovely, tall, good-looking guy came up and asked me how I was and if I had a great day. And I thought, that's nice, you know, he's a lovely fella. And, you know, we sort of started to get on. I think it was about the 8th or 9th time I met you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got that now, thank you.
She wanted a speech, I'm doing you one. And then obviously, you know, Ian gave me a lift to the hotel, we chatted on the way down. And then I think it was that night, the week after, we were out in the spinning wheel. And we just met, and Ian was singing karaoke, I got set up and I had to sing it. And we just got on, and we've been through some ups and downs since '98, obviously, both of us. You know, things have gone right, things have gone wrong, but pretty much every right thing that's happened to me, I know, has always got Ian involved in it, you know? We've come down and things haven't been right, and we've said, you know what, we'll just pop out for a drink. And we've had the best night ever. And then, of course, Kerry came along, and it just made it even better. Because Ian and Kerry together, you can't get anything better than that. I've never heard them have a row, ever. Usually, Kerry's drunk, and she can't remember. But I honestly, you know, they've never had a row in my presence, and I don't think they ever have had a row. And that's unbelievable. You know, Ian's cocking on a bit. He was lucky to find her. Yeah. So, as I said, you know, every time I came down to Torquay, it didn't matter how upset I was or upset Ian was, we were there for each other. You know, Ian always listened to what I had to say, I always listened to what he had to say. We've never judged each other. We've you know, always said how we felt, whether we wanted to hear it or not. I know there's been a few times Ian said to me, son, you can't do that. I've done it, but, you know, I've listened to him. He's a very lucky man. Kerry is a beautiful woman, very understanding. She's always there for him, every single day. They both work hard. Like a bit of cottaging as well. So, I'd also like to say, you know, Kerry, you're about to, you know, married to Ian. I'm starting to lose my words now because I've waited so long for this to happen, for you to become man and wife. I knew a couple of hours before he was going to propose because we talked about it on the phone, and I'd said to him, you need to do it, you know, you can't put it off. I know you'll always be there for him, but he needed to do it. And he was nearly sick when he put the phone down. It's brilliant. And you know, Ian, you're lucky. You're going to leave here with a beautiful wife who understands you, who's funny, attractive, bit of a better film knowledge than yourself, but this time. And Kerry, well, you get to leave here gaining a bouquet of flowers and a nice pair of pants, I think. So now, usually, when we do people that can't be here, there's somebody in that wanted myself to mention, and that's his Auntie Lucy, who unfortunately passed away. She couldn't be here today. I mean, we've all got people that we miss and we love, family, friends, dogs, anybody really. So I'd like to say, you know, somewhere up there, Auntie Lucy's here, listening, probably in that jog up there. Just, you know, but also what I want you to do, when I say to absent friends and family, when you raise your glasses, instead of taking a swig of your drink, if you could say the person that comes into your head, whether it's your nan, your granddad, your auntie, your mother, a friend. And I just think that would be a bit more for everybody. So there must be somebody you miss. Let's say Ronald McDonald, Ian. So, if you like to get glasses,
Yep.
to absent friends and family. Right. Then we come to Kerry. I honestly can't remember the first time I met Kerry because I was drunk. Large parts of those first few years, Kerry was drunk. But I can remember every time I met her, as I've said before, we had a great night. You know, I came down to Torquay, and they've been up to our house a few times, and it's just been fantastic. If I could, 3 words to sum up Kerry, I think there would be fun, loving, and red dwarf. Well, picky. But I think if Kerry could sum herself up in 3 words, there would be Pasquale clean film squirted cream, which I know is 5.
I'll write them down.
Oh yeah? Yeah. So, it's sort of times like these, you know, where I've just talked about missing family and friends, and sort of how history repeats itself, and how we've all been at a wedding before in a lovely venue, and it's all been nice, we've had some nice food, and I can't think about sort of 29 years ago, Kerry would be maybe getting ready for bed about now. You know, she'd had a dinner, she'd had a drink, and she'd be going upstairs to bed with a dummy. And here we are again, 29 years later. She's had a dinner, she's had a drink, and she's going upstairs with her dummy. Is that good? I'm not even swore. It's brilliant. Didn't you? I didn't get it out of the book, mate. That was toilet time. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I've said, I've been so wanting to say this for such a long time. If you can all be upstanding, please.
Not me, I remember.
I would like to propose a toast to the bride and groom, to love, to laughter, and a very happy ever after. Mr. and Mrs. Ian Frampton.
Mr. and Mrs. Ian.
Right, I'm done, folks. I didn't swear, I'm so happy with myself. Have a lovely evening.
I might want to correct tonight at the end, just like an system.
Okay.
all very quiet.
That's not quite, isn't it?
Somebody say something, you look down. Hey! Room, 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 come in.
What's happening now then?
I don't know, everybody's looking at me.
That will speak it.
Did you say a turn or a turnip? Turn it, that was a good shot. Yeah, why don't you don't speak so much?
It's nothing to do with me, I'm done. I'm on this.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
What's the talent?
Also, so what's going on? What?
Hello. Just like to say, that's all the speeches, so thank you very much. Thank you, well done for staying awake. The evening celebration is in the hydro room, which is down near the reception area, okay? We can use that room pretty much from now onwards, okay? And we do have a sort of a natural break between now and the evening do. So if anybody does want to take a video of me being tucked in, then that's fine.
Don't mind me.
I've got warm hands.
Saves me 2 minutes later.
Well,
Don't forget the phone.
It's not the first time we've done that this last couple of days. So, the hotel actually need to reset this room for the residential guests that are here because they need to use this room for their evening dinners. So, I think what we're politely saying is if you would like to make your way through to the hydro room, then that's great. We're going to just sort of chill out, have a bit, sit around, have a bit of a gap. If you want to go out, get some fresh air, if you want to go home, that's fine. You know, we've let all your tyres down. Okay? So, please, you know, get some fresh air, do what you want to do, stick around. We're going to just mingle and have a little chat with all of you, hopefully, and looking forward to our party this evening. We've got a photo booth coming, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to take all the props through and just have a bit of fun. So, thank you very much. I'm gone.
And I forget to The thought of you, the very thought of you.
Oh yes, ladies and gents, goes without saying, two people very much in love, they give them a big round of applause. Kerry and Ian. Ladies and gents, if you do fancy joining in for this next track, come up and join our bride and groom. Ladies and gents, don't be shy. Grab your partners and get them on the dance floor. taking you back to the 1980s. Yeah, something a little different coming up here.